Y'all confused. And don't no woman want to marry confusion. Number 3, you're not disciplined enough for her to trust the future. And when I say discipline, I mean several things. Of course, the first thing we're going to talk about is other women. And ain't no women, no man, no saint. I'm not here to act like, any man is a saint. Of course, you're supposed to honor the woman you with. But discipline means not being sloppy, being consistent. So it's a lot of things as a man, as a husband, that can make you stand out, that makes a woman say, damn, I want to be with him. If you got your own apartment, are you disciplined enough to clean it up every day? Are you disciplined enough to go to work every day? Simple thing. Do you make up your bed? Do you take your clothes to the cleaners? Do you take your auntie something for a birthday? Do you call her every day? Do you work out? Do you pray? Do you go to church? You got to have a few things in your life that are guaranteed that you do on a regular basis that will separate you from the average dude. Because most dudes don't have no discipline. A lot of them. So discipline to chase a career goal. Discipline on self-improvement. Be focused on self-improvement. Discipline to bring romance and personality to her, to the relationship. Men, we always talk about the qualifications that women need to have, and rightfully so. But until we talk about those conversations, those qualifications, before we talk about those qualifications, man, we got to better ourselves. You know what I mean? You have to have some type of discipline. And I'll give you some simple tricks to develop discipline. Go to your local Boys and Girls Club and volunteer to coach any sport once a week, an hour a week. Start doing that. And then you say, okay, well, depending on your work schedule, I'm going to go to the gym 45 minutes, 5 days a week. Those 5 days can vary or whatever, but I'm going to go to the gym 5 days a week. And then you say, okay, every Tuesday, Thursday, as soon as my garbage overflow, I'm going to take my garbage out. Now, some of these things sound simple, right? But how many men can do 3 of those things? Have the discipline to say, you know what? I'm going to stop drinking for 30 days, 60 days. Just a mental reset. That's discipline. I'm going to save an extra $100 a week out of my paycheck. That's discipline. So showing discipline gives a signal to her chakras that you're husband material. Not showing discipline shows a signal to her chakras that you just here for a good time, not a long time. Because even if she's undisciplined, right? She doesn't want to marry a man that's undisciplined if she wants to get married. So that's something to remember. You're asking another human being to bank their future on you. And why would somebody bank a future on you if you're not disciplined? Makes sense, right? So we as men have to set guidelines. Man, write a journal. Talk to yourself. I'll be disciplined in this. I'll do 10 push-ups. I'll do 100 push-ups a day for 10 days in a row. 100 squats a day for 10 days in a row. I'm going to go volunteer at the YMCA to coach youth soccer. You don't even got to know nothing about soccer. You know what? Every day I'm going to save $5, and at the end of the month, I'm going to buy 10 kids school supplies. Discipline. I'm going to go to the nursing home, and I'm going to ask them if they need anything. I'm going to show up once a month and meet a person in the nursing home, don't have no family, and talk to them. Things like that will get you snatched up immediately. Women love shit like that because that's the future man that you're going to grow into. See, women see you at 30, 40, 50, 60, And the number one thing that banks over decades is discipline. Not your flash, not a little flash, but you know, it's all about consistency. And discipline means consistency, because the more things you have in your life that you discipline about, the more in her mind innately she'll feel, if he can be disciplined on these things, he can be consistent on these things, he can be consistent enough to stay married to me for the rest of my life. And let's talk about the elephant in the room. We also want to talk about sexual discipline, right? Sexual discipline is difficult as shit, bro. You know, for some men, if you're attractive, sexual discipline is different. It really is. It's hard. It's tempting. And the more disciplined you are, the more women tempt you. But you have to have some type of discipline. And even if you're not the most perfect at being disciplined sexually, you still have to be disciplined from a respect standpoint. If you got a woman, right, and you got a basketball organization or football organization, or you go to work, you can't be fucking women at your job. That's undisciplined. You can't be trying to look at her cousin or her niece or her best friend. That's undisciplined. You know, and dudes get married being undisciplined, don't get me wrong. But most of the time that marriage doesn't last. That relationship doesn't last. And while it is lasting, both of them in hell, because she know and he know and they all know, and it's just all over the place. So control yourself, control your urges. You might slip. You know, a lot of men have slipped. If you took, let's be honest here, let's really scratch the motherfucking itch. If you took a poll of most married men, right? And asked them, since you've been dating a woman you married, have you ever messed around? I think 70% would say yeah. But you ask that 70%, man, how'd you handle it? Did you let it go? Did you get caught? Did you make a fool out of her? And the ones that are disciplined enough to not do shit sloppy, trying to get head and truck at your job, or you coaching you a basketball coach and you sleeping with a mom, that shit don't last. So you gotta have some form of self-discipline, sexual discipline, mental discipline, because if you sexually disciplined, the older you get, the stronger that discipline will become. If you want discipline sexually, it ain't getting no better. And that's just true. Number 4,